Hiya folks, Brendan back here, Donegan's in Ballyborough. Well, this evening I'm going to show you how to start Stihl Chainsaw. What I'm going to show you here is the way we would do it in the shop. If you want best advice, any of your machines, you're better to read the owner's manual, follow the instructions there. So we're just going to show you what personally we would do in the shop to start a saw. Not officially telling you that's the right thing to do, but it works for us. So, start off, I have a Stihl Chainsaw. It's an MS-180. Every single Stihl saw, built in the last 30 odd years anyway, have the same choke mechanism on the back of them. This is the thing that a lot of people mix up when they go to start them. Trigger in, choke lever down. That's the most important thing. Trigger in first, then choke down. Pull the engine then until it makes an attempt to go or an attempt to start. You hear the splutter. I'm going to start it now in a minute so you hear it anyway. When you hear the attempt to go, that might take 2 pulls, it might take 5. Depends how long the saw has been lying up, apart from anything. When it makes the attempt, choke up 1 notch. Pull the engine again, the engine will start up. When it does start up, starts at full revs, should have your chain brake on, I should mention. So then you pull your trigger and it'll go back to normal running position itself and the saw will take you over until you're ready to use it. Then the whole way up on this lever is the off position. So again, before I show you here, go to start it from dead cold, trigger in, choke down, pull it till it fires, choke up, pull it again, engine starts. Hit your trigger, choke goes into automatic running position. So we'll give her a go, see how it starts. Trigger in, choke down. You hear the attempt, it made to go. That happened on 1 pull. As I say, it could take 2, it could take 3, it could take 5. So it fired, choke up 1 notch, pull the engine again. Chain brake is on. I'm going to tell you just again. So, when it started up, I hit the trigger, it went back into its normal running position. Then I disengage the chain brake, I can rev the engine, work away. When you're finished, up the whole ways off. This engine's now warmed up. So if you switched it off, put it down, went to move something out of the way, you come back to it. You want to start it up again, just put it down 1 notch and pull. Simple as that. Going to show you another little trick. If you go to your saw or your strimmer, your hedge trimmer, your leaf blower, any of these 2-stroke engines, and you're pulling and pulling and pulling but the engine won't start, 9 times out of 10 the problem here is the engine's flooded. So that might have happened where the engine fired, you didn't get the choke off in time. It doesn't take a whole pile and it doesn't matter. If the engine gets flooded, you could pull your heart out and it's not going to start. What we would do in this situation, move it to normal running position, which is 1 notch down on this Stihl saw. Hold the trigger in fully with your foot, put your toe in there, move it in fully. I'm going to bring my camera down, show you here. I'm going to put my foot in here, hold the trigger up and pull the engine Again, with your chain brake on, until the engine starts. If the engine is slightly flooded, this lets the air blow through it, clears it out, it'll start up. Otherwise you could go taking the spark plug out, drying it, blowing air through it, or you could drive the whole way into the shop to us and we'll fix it for you. But it might just get you going, someday you're stuck. Again, that's only if you're pulling and pulling and pulling, the saw won't start, just in case it just did get flooded. Sorry, I did order a tripod for this camera, but they're out of stock. I was lucky to get the camera. Your chain brake, trying to go over all the simple things on these saws. Like, we can't take it for granted that people know everything. But your chain brake, if you ever go out to your saw, your chain won't move. This boy could be on. Might got a whack in the shed. Pull it back. Knocks it off. Down. Chain won't move. That's a safety feature. The saw kicks back at you. You automatically hit the chain brake. Knock the chain on. What I'm telling you here for safety, it doesn't come anywhere close to going off and getting a proper chainsaw course. Adrian Smith, Red Hills, excellent man, Chainsaw Ireland. He's after launching a new website. You should go and check him out if you want to do a basic course. He'll show you all the ins and outs, using the saw safely, not just safely, using it better for you and the machine, so you get more enjoyment using it. You get your work done easier. That's all from me today. Thanks, folks.